See, y'all like to do a whole lot of talking. But right now, I want you to close your mouth and just listen, 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 listen. I'm from the NYC, roots dirt T, so I ain't different from you, and you ain't different from me. It's all about a.
Welcome, finally, to the pilot premiere episode of
Talk About It,
which we talk about everything that's relevant to hip-hop culture.
So not just music though.
Not just music.
Not just music. Although music has to be a big part, right?
Oh, absolutely. Educating the new jack, the new generation, like yourself.
So you're educating people like me.
Absolutely. On the hip-hop culture, a lot of guests who are pioneers of the hip-hop culture.
Not, right? Teachers then?
Absolutely, because they're gonna teach you.
Here to school me.
Absolutely.
Here to school me in the art of hip-hop. We have, who is that, Doc Guys?
Yes.
Don't really know much about Doc Guys, but I looked him up on the Google. It says Legend of Hip-Hop. They put that title with his name.
Well deserved. We'll be right back with the one and only Doc Ice.
Can't wait.
You say you call yourself a doctor, I said, listen, you better explain to me really what doctors must do.
Y'all can't control me, cause I chew y'all mind, that's what my father told me. Sonny boy will splash your ass faster than the flash with precision. Listen, like the Marley lad exists and I was.
How long should I give it to you? How long should I give it to you?
Open it, man, doors. I'm trying to be mine. I help you be yours.
If I get out, what else I'm gonna do? I don't know nothing else but hip-hop.
Ghetto baby, little mama, I wanna watch you shake it all night long.
I'm your baby.
Ghetto baby, little mama.
So we finally have you here. Doc Ice. I've never met you before. I've heard your music before, recently actually. Had to learn about you. I did the searching. I hit the streets. And by hit the streets, I mean I called my uncles. They all knew about you. They all said a lot about you. And apparently, one thing I didn't know, and I want to ask you about this. So after 30 years, you're back on the charts. How's that feel?
Wow. After 30 years being back on the charts. I had a conversation on the phone with a friend of mine from California, and he said it like this. He said, it's like 30 years ago, somebody just shot you with a burst of joy. And he said,
wow.
You missed that joy for 30 years. And 30 years later, they shot you with that same joy again. And now you remembering what it feels like, so you're overwhelmed. So it's overwhelming. It's a great feeling. I can't express it. It's like I'm back on the slide going, wee, just enjoying, being at that position.
So would you say life is like chutes and ladders right now?
Definitely like chutes and ladders, with no question. I mean, and I'm on the top of the ladder right now, and it is a great, great feeling.
All right, look out for those chutes.
Yes, sir.
And not only that, you're back. Even though I know you never went nowhere, it's more of the business part of the way this game works. But to be back, and to be back sounding, I'm gonna say quote unquote back, sounding so up to date, to be on the Jane the Virgin soundtrack, reaching a whole new audience, an audience that, because the way I look at it is we have Obamacare, the Affordable Health Care Act, and hip hop needed to see a doctor.
Oh, yes.
So the doctor is back. And the doctor is back with Jane the Virgin, Ghetto Baby.
Yes.
Now, you know me, old school. Don't like the N-word, don't like the cursing. You're going to have to explain to me, what is a Ghetto Baby? What's that about?
Well, plain and simple, first I have to give credit to Hi-Fi Entertainment, my man, Gary Lefkowitz. He came to me with the idea through my business partner, Mike DeBarge. We actually sat down together, and they brought the title to me, Ghetto Baby. And I sat and tried to figure out what was the best way for me to, bring light to this title.
Right.
So in writing the song, it turned out to be a ghetto baby being a sophisticated, educated woman from the ghetto
I'll talk about it.
who is not afraid of her ghetto heritage, which molded her to be the type of woman that she is. She can be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, a police officer, a judge. She's every man's dream, you know. So for me, you know, we did this song to celebrate women of that understanding that come from the ghetto but have molded themselves to become something great from the hood.
See, I can get with that. What you did just now, extremely successful, versus what a lot of rappers saying that they use the N-word to take the power away from it. No, what you just did took that negativity away from ghetto,
Right.
or sophisticated. I'm from the, I may have come from here, but this is where I'm at. And the song is hot. The song is hot when I'm telling, I'm old school / true school, and he's new school. We both heard it. My kids heard it. I love it, and they like it.
Right.
See, that's some Michael Jackson stuff right there, where both generations like it.
Yeah.
So, hey, congrats and on that.
And I say what I feel that I've been trying to do, and the blessing of being called, you know, Doc Ice in this industry. I stay in the lab. I'm always writing. One thing I try not to do is I try not to wear too many hats. So it's my goal to stay on my lyrical content, you know, because I'm a writer. And in the writing of this song, it was a thing for me to figure out how can I bridge the gap through the music and not sound dated, not sound like I'm crying about something, you know, mad because I didn't get something, because there's a lot of things we could talk about in that, right?
Right,
but
right, exactly.
The goal for me was to not get jaded by not being, you know, successful across the board, because I was, like we call it, riding the pine. So as the music was happening, I was just watching, seeing what was going on. And like I said, through Premier Entertainment, you know, we came across Hi-Fi and got this song Ghetto Baby, produced by Mike Rogers, which was the track was amazing to me. When I heard it moved me to really get into the writing of it. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, we knew it was a hit. It's just going to that old school tactic of continuing to push, continuing to work it, continuing to, you know, see who was gonna not be afraid to play this record and, you know, get it to the masses. And unfortunately, Jane the Virgin was a great, you know, feat for us.
And it definitely got to be a hot song that the CW thought it was good enough and marketable enough to put on their Trine network, the network where all the viewers have disposable income.
Yes.
So they need to use some of that disposable income and head over to iTunes and start downloading that.
Hello,
and support
Hello,
the,
baby.
And support the doctor.
That's right,
you
that's
know?
right, because the doctor will see you soon. But definitely, we appreciated being the only song to play on that version, on that episode. So for us, it really brought a lot of light, and we're really appreciative of the CW for showing us that love.
Now, you also got something going on with someone. I want you to you mention them, but it went viral. And see, there's a lot of people need to know about this stuff. Need to know that our true school artists are still here. They're still performing. You're still doing shows.
Wait.
So,
can you define true school right quick? Because that just sounds like a brand new
architects,
thing. I just heard about this. What's this true school we're talking about?
The true school is...
They tell the truth all the time? Is that what it is?
Exactly. Doc Ice.
You part of this true school.
Music is true.
Yeah.
Went into it not for the loot. Not that I'm doing your bio or anything. But went into it for the love of the music and was one of the architects to continue the hip hop legacy. You know, he didn't start it. You know, I don't want them thinking, you know, he didn't start it, but he continued it and still continues it.
Still continues it.
And
let me think about true, and this is for, you know, all of those people who follow, you know, hip hop. Hip hop is a culture for us. It's not a music.
Yep.
That's
Talk about
first.
it.
Now let's talk about what are the elements.
Not to interrupt, but is it a culture based on the music, or is it just?
It is a culture that spurned the music. So the music comes from the culture.
The music comes from the culture.
Right.
It's not the other way around.
No. So if you see me 75, 80 with some fat laces in my Pumas and a Puma suit on, leaning on the corner. I'm hip hop all day long.
All
So hip hop again is ingredients, you know. So now the artists that you're talking about, they're rappers. I'm a hip hopper. Rapping is one of the things I do in the element of hip hop.
True
but,
MC.
You know, and then you add this to it, you know, elements are what we call the ingredients that make hip hop. You know, rapping, breakdancing, graffiti, b-boying, scratching. So you got all of those elements, right? So I'm gonna ask you this, and I want you to be honest. Who's Jay-Z's DJ?
Man, I do not know.
Who's Lil Wayne's DJ?
Don't know.
Soulja Boy's DJ?
Don't know.
Ludacris DJ?
You know, you keep going with this. Huh?
Okay. So now let me, now I know you've done your history. Now I'm gonna switch across the board. Let's bridge this. Who was Run DMC's DJ?
Oh, wait, I know that. See, that doesn't count. Wait.
Jam Master, the late, great
Okay.
Jam Master Jay.
I think he
Okay.
died in Houston, actually.
You understand? So what I'm trying to say is you can go on and on and on. We continue to create what the elements are. That's what keeps us true. So you have cake, then you have crumbs that fall off cake. And then they try to be cake, but they're only the crumbs of the cake.
Can I just ask, what's Salt and Pepper's DJ name?
Well, again, Salt and Pepper,
Spinderella.
Spinderella.
Okay, darn it.
Yeah. so you got.
Listen, I'm hip hop all day. We can talk about it. I'm hip hop.
Okay.
So you got these groups that we brought all of those elements, and we said that this was important, you know, to build a group. You know, even a solo artist. You know, Rakim's DJ, Eric B. You know, you know, every Beastie Boys. I mean, all of these groups had DJs. These groups, we're in a day that I call the selfish day. You know, artists are just about themselves, and they definitely can be talented, but we're in the business of uplifting, you know, where we come from. So if you can't rap, and I'm about to be successful, yo, can you dance? I need a road manager. Can you road manage? Can you cut? So we build jobs so that we can try to pay the people that's with us, around us, and continue to grow with us, so that we bring something back to where we come from.
Like MC Hammer did.
Hey, you know,
That's why we need this show. That's why we need a show like this. You know, I'm not going. Hey, there's enough room for everybody. I mean, hip hop, the culture. Let's move to the music. There's enough room. It's like you have movies. You have rated, and you have the rating system. You know, there's room for there's room for that Hammer type music. There's room for parents don't understand.
Talk about it.
We gotta have. I mean, don't make the playing field leveled right. I mean, we gotta have the true school artists.
And it's like this. You know, you there's not one time. And let's get clear with this. Old school was never a thing that was something that somebody wanted to say in cahoots to give us props. Not at first. It was a thing that became cool because after a while, people started saying, I'm old school, because they wanted to be somebody who had history. So then it became a style of old school, saying he old school, as opposed to respect. And I'll give you a great example. My wife and I was at a comedy store in Harlem, and the comic said, oh, we got a legend in the house, Doc Ice is in the house. So these three, I guess, up-and-coming artists were sitting in the front. And they say to him, oh, he old school. That's the way they interpreted it for us.
Wow.
They wanted it to be something that was in a disrespect. It's not until we made it cool as we accepted it to say, yeah, I'm old school, because it was basically saying you have wisdom. You know, you've been around a while. You know what I mean? You've been around the block as to the understanding of hip hop. As time went on, then it became a cool vibe to say you old school. Young cats, 1920, saying I'm old school. No, you're not. We old school. And the reason why we're old school is because, you know, we took on this thing that was a negative. Now, what my point is you've never heard anybody say, here come the old school Rolling Stones. Not once. They just accept.
Absolutely.
They just accept their people, and they continue to uplift each other. That's why when you see a Rolling Stones concert, at 70, they're selling out coliseums, because you got parents and grandparents and grandkids all in one stadium together respecting that music. and that continues to be how they grow. For us, it should be the same thing. Let's talk about it. BET should have never been sold. Never. MTV will never sell. They will keep it because it's about the culture, continuing to build the legacy and letting it go on for years and years and years. They'll pass it on to their kids and their kids' kids' kids. That should have been the same thing with BET. But I'm just talking
So
about
I got a question then, because this is actually coming, I believe, from among people like me, that you guys are bitter. And that's why you're the way you are. That's why you don't like the new school music, because you're bitter. Your time's gone.
Yeah.
You're done. You're over. But you can't accept that. You can't let that be.
See,
How? Reply to that. Tell me, is there a truth behind that? Is that a lie? Is there something more into it?
Well, there's got to be part truths because there are some rappers who are. I'm not one of them. And the reason why I'm not one of them is because I enjoy life.
All right.
That's period. You know, like hip hop don't run my life. You know, I got a family. You know, we do things every day together. You know, I'm spiritually locked to my God. I focus on that. So life goes on. You have to be a man first. So anybody who's bitter, we got to say where they at in their understanding and in their heart. You know, for me, there's no bitterness to this business because when you do the history, you can't talk about hip hop without talking about me. So you're always gonna talk about me. So I'm piecing that level. My thing is, you know, I'm at a day where I'm not trying to be a star. I'm already a star. I'm trying to eat. So this is why I do my music in this day. I want to create something good for the masses so that when they do go buy something, they can see that you can speak in this light. You can speak in this light. You can create the music this way. It doesn't have to be so derogatory all the time. We don't have to always go to the negatives. And for me, you know, if my mother didn't teach me and her mother didn't teach her, then we just animals. So this generation that's coming up now, they need this wisdom, whether they accept it or not. It's like telling somebody, just do it. You'll see the benefit in it later.
Right.
But they won't see that because some of them have made money and some of them are caught up by the glamour and the glitz of one artist being super successful, maybe 5. But really, think about it. There are millions of artists trying to be successful in this game of hip hop. How many you think gonna make it? So for me, I'm not bitter. I'm just saying, listen when I'm talking to you because I got some wisdom for you.
Listen is the soundtrack that you heard. That's for our show here. That's number one. Number two, the reason I know the doctor's not bitter. You can't be bitter when you have the number one song on radio right now. You know, in fact, let's put that up on the screen right now just to show everybody. It's not Photoshop. Number one in good company. You know, you got Chris Brown. You got some. You're in with a good group of people there.
I like the company.
Got names.
Number one. So I know you're not bitter.
No.
know.
Not bitter.
No, I'm pretty happy. For me, it's just about, you know, it's staying power. You know, just not getting, you know, how am I say, not just getting so upset that a lot of success is happening and you're still grinding. It's just what it is. It's like working for a car company. You don't sell cars every day.
Right.
That's just how it is. You might sell one car that year, and the residuals for that will hold you down. Same thing for me. While I'm writing, I still get checks for Roxanne, and Split Personality, and Your Cold Wanna Be With Me, and the song I've done with Dino and Samantha Fox and Full Force and all these other different groups. I still got checks coming in.
Right,
you know,
right.
so I'm not at a starving point, but the blessing in me is having a great family. You know, my wife holds me down. Miss Doc Ice holds me down. My kids love me to death. My son A1, he's a beast. My daughter Naquasia, my son of Ice. I mean, Justin, all my kids hold me down and they keep me grounded, but they respect me. So when we're in the house, they know I don't play that. I'm not about the cursing. I'm not about the disrespect. None of my kids sag. We don't do that. You know, if they got ringtones and they got cussing on it, it's not in my house.
Now, what's interesting with that is Isaiah, in researching, looked and he said to me, this guy doesn't curse on none of his songs that because he had to research you. And still, I'm still
Yes, I had to
amazed that he
research.
didn't know who Doc Ice was, but he knew the music. You know,
Didn't know the music.
he knew the whole Roxanne, which was big song in itself. And that's but we'll talk about that.
You can almost say there were no
Some
rap
of
sheets
that.
for that song.
But, and you don't curse. You don't use the N-word. Even in the songs you have now. And
So wait. So he did it before too. This is not like something you decided one day. You woke up in the morning like, no more cursing. It was something that's been.
I don't. You go through all of his YouTube tracks. There's no. It's like something happened in hip hop. Doc and a few of the True School dudes. I remember going to concerts, going to the Run DMC concerts, enjoying the show. Today, you will go to and then I won't even say today. It went from that, then it transformed into going to a concert, and the whole show was, F you, suck my, good night.
right. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
that was the show.
And I'm gonna say two. Let me say this first. There is something that I've done in the midst of because we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Let's take a break for a minute. Pay some bills. And he's gonna tell us this story that man, you gotta be here.
We'll be right back.
Queens, we got 'em saying. Our people's in Brooklyn, we got 'em saying. Our people's in the Bronx, we got 'em saying. Manhattan and Staten, we got 'em saying. Our people's in PA, we got 'em saying. Our people's in PA, we got 'em saying. Our people's in GA, we got 'em saying. NFL and BA, they even saying.
When we grab the mic, we punish it. And rap like we wanted it.
Attack like we hunted.
Man, smash what you coming with. They trash and they run the shit. The last whip will be the last thing you're gonna get.
Stop the presses, I'll show you with fresh.
Man, I just cocked my Lexus to go with my necklace. I
changed the game with some skills and a brain.
Overcame life strain and I still made.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
And the doctor, Doc Ice,
is
gonna let us in on the one time.
The once. It's only one.
That he. Do we want to call it slipped up or yeah? I'll let you describe it, but let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. In 1996, I was at that point where I was a little bitter.
Okay.
Watching.
Keyword 96.
96, because time just
watching
expires.
and I'm seeing certain songs and I'm like, I'm a writer. They're not doing nothing that I can't do.
Right.
So I sat with my cousin, Harry Ball, shout out to HB, and I said, I got this track, which I got from Mark E.D. So I go to Mark E.D., he connects me to a group called Swinger Things Productions, and they give us this track. They were in the studio, they said, Doc, take the track, if you like it, it's yours, we work on it. So him and I go in the car, we play the song, make a long story short, the song is called Phenomenon. When Phenomenon came out, to date, to let you know, I think I knew what I was doing. We're almost up to 1 million views on Phenomenon. Phenomenon is probably one of the most metaphoric records you'll ever hear. And I'll say a lot of people were born behind that. I won't say no names, but you listen to the song and then you tell me. But Phenomenon is a song where we just said, we're gonna let loose. And him and I, from the video to the song, immaculate, and it is the only song that, I would be able to say, I can't play that for everybody, because it was at a time. So after that, when it came out and it started to climb the charts, we were on Next Plateau Records at the time, it charted Billboard with no support. The label did not support it. And I'll blow it all the way up. The Next Plateau just supported this other group, and maybe a year later, the label folded. So they left us just hanging in the balance.
That was Salt and Pepper's label, right?
Yes. We had #1 bubbling under video. This is Billboard. You don't just chart Billboard unless it's worth something. And it continued to climb, and then without no money support, which we didn't have, the record plummeted.
But the video was hot. Ralph McDaniels played that a lot. That's how I'm familiar with it.
Phenomenon. This is my first time.
Yeah.
When you said Phenomenon, I was like, that LL Cool J song?
No, his can't touch that.
Okay.
I mean,
I can co-sign that.
It's straight hip hop. His is more dancing. You know, like something like, yeah, we're like, I'm tamper proof with more juice than OJ. I'm just trying to let you know that the metaphors, the wit is just immaculate. So that was on that time as far as the going to that side. After that, I decided that I control the pen. So I sat down and I said, from this point on, I'm just going to focus on, keeping it clean and not being negative or derogatory in any sense.
Right.
It's not easy because, again, the culture coming up, that's how we talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated watching videos when I was coming up and always hearing artists say, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I'm saying? See, you know what I'm saying?
That's
and
the whole interview.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going, we don't know what you're saying.
I had no idea.
So I fought to say, don't do that. So it also, was in line with try not to curse, don't say the N-word. But that wasn't something that was my repertoire just in general.
So I got to ask, what is your opinion of using the N-word? Should it be something that we never use? Or cursing in general, these words, because, in other cultures, in other countries, they don't have curse words. They don't have these words that have such powerful meanings behind them.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion on that?
My opinion is that it should never be used. That's just my personal opinion. It should never be used. It derived from a negative place, and
exactly.
and as a black people, we have a thing about making something cool. It's not cool in any light. I don't care if we spell it with a G. I don't care if we spell it with a GA. I don't care if it comes from a negative place, so we should stay away from the negative. And I don't want to get biblical on you, but we don't touch the unclean thing. So we fight to stay away from those negatives. I come from a time where, artists would say, be risque. Mm-hmm. Just be risque. We shouldn't be straight porn.
Right.
We should be risque to where you look like, what's next? There's no what's next. It's all right there in front of you. So, it shouldn't be used in my point of view. You're going to have people that are going to have their justification in using it. But that's on you. If you sleep good with that, that's on you.
And not everybody has your talent and ability to turn something negative into a positive. Ghetto baby. Can't everybody do that?
Yeah.
There's also a lot of pain from that word anyway. Not ghetto baby. That's hot. N-word. We're gonna go back to the music because you're in the house.
Yeah.
Next single, Bang.
Bang!
That's when I heard that.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
I
named
started
MD.
dancing.
I call him MD.
Dancing.
He's a beast. And I just want to speak about Premier Entertainment and him being the head of it. Our relationship is one that not a lot of people can handle. We understand each other, we respect each other, we bite on each other, then we stop. And when I say bite, I mean, we get at each other where we might not like something or we understand it, and we always find a way to come to a head. In the midst of me just writing, getting myself together, I sent them the music to Bang.
Okay.
He sat with me one day and I said to him, and I'm just gonna keep it real and I'm gonna say it. I said to him, I said, I'm pretty done, man, with this music thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna bow down. I'm gonna let it go. I'm just gonna, figure something else. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get another kind of job. And he said to me on the phone, he was like, "Wow, I feel like I let you down." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Nah." I said, "You didn't let me down." I said, "You was with me. You was grinding with me. We've done." "Nah, Doc. I feel like I let you down. I wanted to do some other things and blah blah blah." So. From that point, I was like, well, just with some of the stuff we got, let's see what we can play with.
Right.
And he was like, all right, but he wasn't happy. So couple months go by, he called me, he says, I watch you, Doc. Mm-hmm. And when you're around, the room is lit, it's energetic. He said, now I don't know if when you leave, if you take the energy or people was just fronting, but the energy leaves the building. I wanted a song that when you weren't there, it had the same energy that you portray. And he came up with Bang. Now there are many versions. It's a maxi single of many versions of Bang that you guys are gonna hear.
And it's out there for download now.
Definitely, you could download Bang anywhere. You Instagram, iTunes, Amazon. Y'all can go get that.
Go get it now.
But yeah, go get it right now.
Right now. Get off the couch.
He sat down and listened to this song and said, "I believe this has the energy of you." So he sends it to me. Me and my kids played this song probably about 100 times, and we never got tired of it. The energy was just on such a high level. And I called him. I said, "You know that's it, right?" He was like, "No, but there are more." I said, "No, you know that." He said, "I know, Doc, but I got some other ones. We're gonna do them." I said, "Mike, this is." He said, "I know." He said, "I got some great people on it." So for me, working with him, it's what I was used to coming up, with full force. Somebody watching you and seeing what works for you. And I'll put it like this, a barber is a good barber, not just because he can cut your hair, but because he can cut your hair to your head. Is a difference.
Meditate on that one.
Yeah, a barber can sit down, he could just cut your hair, and because he know how to line up, fade you, that's it. But what about a barber that know how to look at your face and cut your hair to your face?
Right.
This is what we did with this song, Bang. It became a song that fits me, and when you hear it and you look at it, you go, "That's Doc," all day long. So the energy for me.
That's what's up with having a good producer that sees what's in you. Somebody like Mike. I thank the universe for Mike. I only knew him for a few
M to the D.
For a few months, but I can just tell you he is the truth.
Yeah, 2015.
So if you don't want to hear it, don't call him.
Don't ask. Like, we just gonna keep it really gully real.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the blessing that we've had in working together. Like, I call him a shark, and he's like always telling me, "You're so nice. You're so nice." I'm like, but I'm nice in a way where I let people feel where I'm coming from. You want to cut them, and what I love about that is there's a lot of sharks in this industry, and
yes, indeed.
As we cross them, all I gotta do is make a phone call and say, "Mike," and he goes, "What's the number?" And the next time we have this conversation with these people, it's a different conversation.
They had a sit down like The Sopranos.
They sit down and talk about it. Forget about it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. And one of the things I also want to mention is you're being honored this year.
I've heard
So
about this. Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank you so much.
Team Phillies Hip Hop Honors Awards.
Yes, sir. Yes,
being
sir.
honored this year. That's a big thing. Shout out to my man Tito. Keeping the culture going, keeping the culture alive. Yeah. And we're gonna come right back. Right now, take a look at the Team Phillies Hip Hop Honors. Doc Ice will be honored this year. We'll be right back.
Queens, we got 'em saying. Our people's in Brooklyn, we got 'em saying. Our people's in the Bronx, we got 'em saying. Manhattan and Staten, we got 'em saying. Our people's in PA, we got 'em saying. Our people's in PA, we got 'em saying. Our people's in GA, we got 'em saying. NFL and BA, they even saying.
When we grab the mic, we punish it and rap like we wanted it.
Attack like we hunted.
Man, smash what you coming with. Trash and ain't running shit. A verbal ass whipping be the last thing you're gonna get.
Stop the presses, I'll show you what fresh
Man,
is.
I just caught my Lexus to go with my necklace.
I understand now that you have actually went viral, and there's a big movement going on with your project with Corey Feldman. Tell us about that.
Wait, Corey Feldman?
You know Corey Feldman? Oh my God!
Well, you met him in Japan?
Wait. So this is the same one I'm thinking of, like, Ninja Turtles.
Goonies.
You know who else was in that Ninja Turtles? No, he didn't do the voice for that one. He did the first one and the third one. He never did the second one.
Right. You talking about Goonies?
Yeah, Goonies,
Gremlins,
Lost Boys, Stand By that Corey.
And the Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Tell us about that project.
Yes. Well, this is a project that came to me again through Premier Entertainment, through Mike, and he said, "Doc, I got this record. I want you to check it out. See what you can do with it." So he sent me the record. I said, I kind of like it. So he gave me more than an hour, and he said, "Can you?" He said, "Can you put something to this?" And we do it in the studio. So I think he gave me the record Tuesday, Friday we went into the studio.
Okay.
So we went into the studio, and he was telling me it's Corey Feldman. I was like, and I said to him, I think he said, "Come on, Doc, you know Corey." I said, "Who?" He said, "Doc Feldman." So finally it registered, and I was like, "Okay." He said, "Doc, let's just do this." So I said, "Bet." We go do the song. I was supposed to go on a cruise, or I was going on a cruise the following week with Whodini. So we laced the record. Me and Mike hit the studio. We in the crematorium, and we lace it. It turns out to be a beautiful record. And when we were done with it, we sent it over to Corey. Or, Mike sent it over to Corey, and it took a while, but we got the good news that he loved it. He was going to put it out, and he's going to work it. So once he started to put it out, Mike started working on the record, and it just started to grow. It's called Everybody, and once it started to grow, man, my kids, we in the house, we in the house, we be singing, what's the part, Paris in Italia? Everybody, we're singing it in the house all day long. We're like, that's pretty catchy, So when it hit us, because it's good to test through your kids.
Yeah.
Right.
When it hit through us and they were singing it, I said, Mike, we in the house just singing it. He said, "Yo, Doc," he said, "it's a catchy kind of vibe." He said, "And I like how you're on it with him. It works. You guys compliment each other." And the record started to grow. And once it started to grow, it went viral. I mean, it jumped over so many songs on the chart. And as we speak now, it is continuing to grow. And we're really looking to do some great things in 2015 and 2016.
Congratulations on that. And well deserved.
Thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much.
stuff coming, and we got an album coming. What's
Yes.
the name of?
Oh, the album that is coming is entitled "The Doctor Will See You Now." And
It's about time.
I mean, I know people pretty sick. A lot of things been going on. So
yeah.
I've been in the lab working on an antidote. And I believe, I got the antidote, to ail a lot of people that are sick.
The elixir.
Cool.
Yes.
Now, I do want to touch on this before we go. In everything that we've been talking about today, the stories, you mentioned something that happened years ago. Your wife's name was in it. You mentioned something that happened recently. Your wife's name is in it. That doesn't happen a lot in hip hop or entertainment, period. That the wife has been there and is still there.
Yeah.
They say behind every successful, stable man, there's a strong woman. We're going to talk about it, and let's talk about Sandy, the person who doctors you.
Right, Miss Doc Ice. Yeah, well, that's my backbone. I mean, when we met in Kings Plaza, Brooklyn. We met on Valentine's Day. We married on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
And we continue to be, a tight-knit, like I said, I got married for a brain, and that's my brain right there.
Wow.
She fills my heart, and she's been with me through thick and through thin. We've been through ups and downs, and we continue to fight together. We put our backs to each other, and she fight her side, I fight my side. If I feel her off my back, I turn around and help her and get her back on my back. If she feel I'm off her back, she turn around and help me and get me back on her back. So we got each other's back in a big way, to the point where I wrote a song for her, through Full Force. We did They'll Never Be Over, and I just kind of talked about how I met her, and just the love that we have for each other and the things that I would love to do for her in the future. And it's a beautiful song. It talked about, the twins that she has from me, my sons that she has from me, Anthony, and the girls, Paris and Natalia. And it just kind of just puts our relationship in a nutshell. Yeah, and the song is really fantabulous. I mean, it came out really, really good.
And I think people need to know that, and this generation that's following hip-hop now need to see that, because they see so many of these videos. They see the Chris Browns with the different women breaking up and everything. No, they need to see the stability.
Yeah.
And it's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I've been married over 25 years, so it's all good.
Yeah, it becomes a blessing, because in this industry, everything is like, our kids are impressionable.
Exactly.
And when they see certain things, in Hollywood, if you're married for 5 years, that's a lifetime.
Exactly.
Which is sad. And for us, we want to show that, without nothing, without, all the glit and glamour of a hip hop career being super successful, we grinding. You know,
Yep.
together we grind.
Absolutely.
My mom calling me, baby, you got any food? Ma, we got a little bit, you know, because well, come to the house. I made some soup. I made some cornbread. I made this. We go to my mom's house. My mom take care of us in a way that's and my mother ain't living in no lavish life. She's struggling just like we're struggling. But you know, through the blessing of my God Jehovah, we are blessed to connect with each other and have an agape love for each other to where we don't do things begrudgingly. We do them from the heart. We go, all right, Mom, I'm coming. Sometimes I might not feel like, oh, the baby, I need you. All right, Mom, I'm coming. And we get the muster up and we do it. So my wife and I, you know, we've been that for each other for the last 23 years, and we're going to continue to do that.
And I can co-sign and testify
Yes,
because
sir.
I've known Sandy a lot of years, and that is the true definition of ride or die. Absolutely.
That's my superstone.
Yep.
Sandy.
We'll be right back with Doc Ice.
Do you spend too much time trying to create employee schedules? Introducing Force Scheduling. Workforce planning has never been easier. Here's how it works. You define your staffing needs and easily create shifts for your schedule. Add employees to the open shifts based off of their pre-selected availability. Review your schedule and ensure you have adequate workforce coverage with our Schedule Check option. And post your schedule. It's that easy. Sign up now and try Force Scheduling for free for the next 30 days. No credit card needed. Force Scheduling. Workforce planning made easy.
All right, we're back with Doc Ice in the house to talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, you guys may be wondering why I keep looking at my phone.
Yeah,
it's because well, one, Apple gave us some money, so
Oh,
we gotta use this.
Well,
and,
where mine at? I want some money from Apple.
Well, you got the #1 song on the top right
ghetto
now.
baby money. That's what I'm talking about. What's that ghetto baby money?
As the true school will say, let me hold up.
All right.
You know what I mean? So, this is a question that I asked all my true school artists, pioneers. What is
hip hop, right?
Exactly.
You asked all the true school artists this.
All the true school. No,
You guys
not
come
what
up-
is hip hop. What is your definition of hip hop? Because everyone is gonna have a different answer. True school answer. What is your definition of hip hop?
My definition of hip hop is the ingredients that make it. We talked about it a little earlier. The breakdancing, the rapping, the scratching, the b-boying. You know, those ingredients to me are what make up hip hop. And it's a culture that we live, you know, like it's the way we talk. And I'm glad you brought that up because for a long time, certain artists or certain people didn't have our culture. But because of hip hop, a lot of people in other genres of music talk like us, say the things that we say from the hood, and it becomes a part of their lyrical writing. So now, we didn't just get jacked for our music, we got jacked for our culture. So hip hop to me in definition is the black culture.
Isaiah spoke on this earlier. He travels to Japan a lot, not just for the food. You know, he got him a little honey over there.
Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
But
go sit down somewhere with your thoughts.
So don't talk about it.
But when you went
talk
over,
about it at all.
but let's talk. When you went over to Japan, that's something that you witnessed firsthand.
Yes, they have Japanese hip hop artists, which is mind blowing in so many ways because they have. Okay, so you might get offended, but they have this hip hop style where they're sagging their pants, have the hat tipped sideways, you know, and hilarious every time I hear it. They say yo. And I don't mean like yo, I mean, it's yo.
Right.
Like, exactly like that. Yo. And it's weird because, you know, whatever they're saying, because my Japanese is not up to that level yet.
Oh, see, now you're showing off.
Yeah. I got a split personality, but he got me right there with the Japanese.
But you can tell what they're saying they're into. So would you consider them a part of the culture? Because I just heard you say the word jacked, which means they took it.
Yeah.
So what about these hip hop artists from other countries who are? I mean, there's a French hip hop artist who actually made it on the BET, and I forgot his name actually.
Yeah.
Don't hate me.
But I would say this: where would he be without it? So you have to say that yes, he's hip hop because he took it on. It's okay. It's like us getting into the Jamaican culture. I love reggae. It's my thing. I listen to reggae on the regular. My wife is Jamaican, and I listen to more reggae than her.
Boomaka!
So, yeah, man.
Don't let them fool you.
Yeah, man. So if I'm really into the culture, you can't take that away from me.
Absolutely.
You know, Wyclef is Haitian, but you would think he was Jamaican. He's into the culture, so you can't take that away from him because he respects the culture. So that has to be added to it. As long as they respect it, you know, you have to say you connect to it. Respect rhymes with connect. So the sagging of the pants, that don't come from hip hop. That come from culture. That come from culture. No, that come from black culture.
Black culture.
That come from the culture of the ghetto. Sagging pants. Really, let's be honest with where it really comes from. It comes from jail.
From jail, son.
I thought it was from slavery.
No, see? No. That comes from jail when you come in, they take your belt. When you don't got no belt. So how your pants up? It's a sag. You know, so you even had dudes who would tell you, hold my belt buckle. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But the key is that, you know, that these things, you know, they come from somewhere, and our kids are so impressionable, they just take it on without knowing where it comes from, which is not wise. You know, when I used to go to California back in the days, I heard about the gangs, the red, the blue. Right. I don't know nothing about it. So I'm in Inglewood. Everybody from Cali know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Inglewood. I'm staying by, you know, Crenshaw and 63rd. You know what I'm talking about? My man, Mike Conception, you know what I'm talking about? I'm in this neighborhood red down to my underwear. I go in this McDonald's, me and my man Kid Flash at the time. I go into McDonald's. When I go into McDonald's, it's crowded with kids. They all walk out of the McDonald's as I come in. Wow. Then they all come back into McDonald's. Wow. Being from New York, I got on all my jewels. I'm thinking, they're gonna try to rob me from my jewels. So me and my man preparing for them to try to rob for the jewels. But because of hip hop, this is why I love hip hop too. One of the dudes said, "Yo, Doc Ice?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, man, come here." So he bring me to, he said, "Doc, you can't be wearing all that around here." He explained it to me. Once he explained it to me, I said, "Yo, if I knew, I would have never have done that." I said, "My bad." Right. He said, and he turned to them. He said, "Yo, this Doc Ice, man, Roxanne." And they was like, "Yo, Ice, man, you can't do that." I said, "Yo, my bad. I apologize to everybody." I went home, never wore that again. Never, ever, because you respect what they about. Right. So now let's talk about hip hop. If, you know, when we first started doing hip hop, we went overseas because they were hearing about it. Right. So once we went over there and started expressing it to it and showing it to them, just because they talk with an accent like this doesn't mean they're not hip hop. They hip hop because they took the culture on and they continue to respect it through. Now there's some things that creep in, you know, that's natural, that creeps in, but we try to weed those things out because at the end of the day, only what's true stands strong. Because if you go back to hip hop when we were coming up, we birthed a lot of different type of, you know, genres of hip hop, a lot of different styles of hip hop. So you had, you know, the Public Enemies, right? They were strong. Wasn't it a lot of groups like Public Enemy? Who's left? Oh, yeah. Public Enemy. So the true artists, True School, they gonna stick. They gonna stay.
Y'all gotta get a better name than True School. I'm sorry.
But for me, we call it classic. So
Okay,
for us,
classic.
you know, so for us, the reason why we stay close to that word true, because there's nothing better than the truth.
Absolutely.
You go to the court.
It can't be destroyed. It can't
call
be
it
buried because it come.
And don't they say
it's gonna come to light?
The truth shall set you free.
They do. They do say that. I can't argue against the truth.
So in Japan, I'm loving it. One day, me and my wife was watching one of these TV stations, and you see all these people, right? They got they had their backs to us. The camera was coming from backside, so they dancing with their glasses in the air. I'm like, wow, it's just like a whole crazy wild hip hop party. They going in it. Then the guy gets the camera to come around, and it was a Japanese crowd. I said, wow. I said, babe, look.
No wonder they were offbeat.
No. No, that's funny. But you got some black people that's offbeat. So with them, you appreciate and you really respect that they took this and they said, we're gonna lock this in. A young lady that I know, she lived in Japan as well. Her name is Rita Pendergrass. That's Teddy Pendergrass' niece. Ooh. She went over there. She said, Doc, they treat black people like gods. She said straight up where she came. They like if I asked a kid here in Brooklyn, New York, the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island, Long Island, if I said who were certain artists, if they didn't do their research, they would have to think about it. But go to Japan and ask them who's Melly Mel. They're gonna tell you who's the Crash Crew. They're gonna tell you who's the Furious 5, Fearless 4, Treacherous 3. They're gonna tell you because they love the culture, and that's why when we talk about what hip hop is, it can grow, but it should grow with a respect.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I really wanted to ask this. So you said jacked hip hop. Mm-hmm. Who are you referring to when you say that?
Okay.
Who's jacked hip hop? Yeah. Because that's what I want to know. I'm really curious about that one.
Okay. It's not a who. It's like.
It's a what?
I wouldn't even call it a what. I would call it an industry.
There you go.
When you okay, just look at all of pop records. Aren't they singing how hip hop talk? All of them. I mean, I got 99 problems, but a what? Ain't that from hip hop? So my thing is that the culture, because I'm just gonna keep it real, black people always would tell you what was cool. Limping, that come from how we walk. We walk with a limp. We walk with that swagger, whatever they choose to call it. But that we said what was cool. So, you would have, one minute, you would have artists who wanted to get into the deepness of hip hop, come to America, live in the rough parts of Brooklyn, do things that they heard hip hop said just so that they can think that they were authentic. And where would they get that? They didn't get that where they came from, because they came here to get it. So we said what was cool. And in saying what was cool, it allowed other artists to start saying, okay, we could say it now too. That's why some of them think they could say the N-word.
I've got to ask this question then, because you were around when hip hop became commercialized. And by what I mean by commercialized, I mean in the 90s, because this is really when it was happening. You have these PSAs with rapping on it. You have TV shows. I can name one TV show, The Groove Troop, and a lot of other TV shows where they're rapping in it. And how did you
Vanilla Ice and the Turtle movies?
You know what? That was actually a hit, sir. Ninja, rap. Dun, dun, go ninja, go ninja, go.
Now
go,
see,
ninja.
if you can do that, you better be able to recite some Biggie lines.
It was all a dream.
Okay, answer the question.
All right,
why did I use
but you should have said Big Daddy Kane.
Go ahead.
No, I can't, but I can tell you.
See?
I can tell you. He was in Posse. Did you watch that movie?
He said he was in Posse. See, that's all good.
I can't believe you know a Vanilla Ice Ninja Turtle song.
A verse.
Because what was Ninja Turtles? What was Ninja Turtles? A kid's movie. What was I around that time?
He was a
kid. Big Daddy Kane wasn't saying kid-friendly things that my parents would let me listen to.
But he was saying things that could have helped your vocabulary.
Could have helped my vocabulary.
Literal, get bold. I just can't hold back or fold because I'm the man with soul in control and effects of what the heck rock the discotheque and his groove is what's next.
That's hip hop.
That's hip hop.
But you coming up from where you come up from is a blessing because you get to tell us what you're seeing and what affects you and what you like and what you don't like. The same. For us, we get to say, well, what about this? It's a blessing to reason. Back and forth on the understanding of what you see and what you vibe and what you like and what you don't like. That's why this show is great because this is what we're supposed to be talking about. This is the only way to bridge the gap. There's no other way to do it. And you have to be successful for somebody your age to respect me to say, yo, I don't care what you're talking about, this is where he at now. So that number one that y'all just showed a minute ago, that allows young men and young women at your age to be able to say, I want to kick it with a Doc Ice. I want to know,
absolutely.
Because, for me, you know, I would love to sit with a Jimi Hendrix if he was alive and say,
there you go.
well, what was you doing in the studio? Like, how did you come up with that feel? And, you know, you want to know what set the mood.
How'd you say that line? Excuse me, while I kiss the sky. Like, what made you think about that?
Right. You want to sit back and go, wow, man, great thought. I mean, for real. And Method Man was,
real talk.
and I'm loving Method Man because he's born on my day. We march second together. So when I hear the skills, you know, I take pride in it. That's right. That's what we do. You know, but it's a blessing to hear, you know, where people are at, and this is how we get to talk. Right. It's not right that, you know, kids want to hide the music from their parents.
Right.
We should be able to sit down together on it. Now, we come from saying if something was whack or not. Nobody has created no better word than whack. We sit back and go, whack. Right. We'll say it. And whether it's new school or old school, my thing is I'm not saying just accept anybody old school. I'm saying if it's popping, then it's not fair to shun them because they're from a time. Because if this is the career they chose to eat and then give you good music, then you should be able to respect that. Let's say, you know, if you leave it to the kids, they're going to tear your house up.
Okay, so I just want to correct you a little bit. Not old school, classic.
Classic, yes.
Classic. So the classics.
Yes. Yes. Let's talk about the classics.
All right, but go back to the original question, though. The commercialization in the 90s, how did you feel about that around that time? Because I'm sure you saw at least one PSA where you see a rapping duck or somebody
I'm going to take it deeper for you. You ready for this? And when you said that, I said, wow, you don't even know that he's me now. Because I remember seeing it when I was coming up. When I turned on the TV and I saw Bonnie Rubble and Fred Flintstone with fat gold chains around their neck, Fred cutting up on the turntable, Bonnie doing the backspin, and them jumping up doing a B-boy stand. I said, wow, where did we go?
Yeah, see, that's it.
Right. So now, I didn't have a problem with it because of this. It was getting us out. It's like I'm from Brooklyn. When you say Brooklyn, I feel like you're talking about me.
Yeah.
You're Brooklyn. That's what I feel like. So when you say hip hop, I feel like you're talking about us. So even though it was crossing over into these places, that means we were reaching those type of people. When hip hop started selling more than computer chips, they knew it was a force to be reckoned with because at one time they said it was a fad. And that's why I wrote a verse and I said, I set the whole world ablaze. I dropped the jewel and sparked the craze a long way before my block partying days when they said that ain't nothing but a phase. Axe Mix, Axe Kang, Axe E. Donnie Simpson was the first to quote me. Said hip hop would last eternally. And then we finally got our MTV. I set the whole state ablaze before the vibe. I rapped the page before the source, before the diamond, before hip hop became just rhyming. Why did I write that? Hot 97 had this big concert in Jersey. Big concert with all these hip hop artists. Me, Kango, and another partner rolling with us. We came up, we was like, yo, it's just three of us. We want to know, can we come in? Figuring that they'll say, oh, that's so-and-so, yeah, come through. Nah, hold up. So other people, we know they ain't got nothing to do with hip hop. They pass and they let them in. Come on. Make a long story short, they never let us in. And I'm like, wow, we can't be a part of hip hop? That bothered me. So that bothered me more than watching the commercializing of hip hop. It was gonna be, if it's a monster, you can't control it. It's gonna grow to that level, and all you can do is respect it. The key is like, if you know that we grinded, for it to be there, never forget us like they never forget the Rolling Stones. That's why they can put an album out at 70 and go platinum, triple platinum, and sell and continue to feed their family. Because it's a choice we chose to fuse an industry with a music that we created that nobody we thought could take from us. So, the commercial, hey, it's what it's supposed to be because we're growing.
I feel like I should applaud you right now. That was beautiful. You deserve something.
Well,
that's right.
Tito gonna hit me with the
we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop before we get in any trouble.
Okay.
I want to read something to you because this question is actually from one of our people following us on Twitter.
Okay.
And is basically, what do you feel has happened to hip hop? And let me read this. This is from and by a small section of Saul Williams. Shout out to Saul Williams. Telegram to hip hop. Dear hip hop, stop. This bleep has gone too far. Stop. Please see that the turntables and the mixers are returned to Kool Herc. Stop. The ghettos are dancing off beat. The masters of ceremonies have forgotten that they were once slaves and have neglected the occasion of this ceremony. Stop. Perhaps we should not have encouraged them to use cordless microphones, for they have walked too far from the source and are emitting a lesser frequency. What do you feel has happened
First, I
to
want
our
to say
hip-hop?
I love the question, and I love the way he worded it. My brother and I, Jalil from Whodini, we had a conversation that was pretty deep. And the conversation went like this. He said, Doc, you know what they're doing to hip-hop? And I was like, what, big bro? He said, they're taking the soul out of our music. And I was like, wow. I was like, explain to me, what do you mean? He said, there's no reason why you would go into a club and put on Parliament and Funkadelic and people would sit down. And I said, wow. Flashlight, people would sit down. Knee deep, people would sit down. And I said, I never looked at it like that. And that's because when people get to a certain status, to get to another level, they're told they have to do a certain style of music. So the soul is being pulled out of the music. You're kind of watering down the culture and accepting anything.
Right.
You know, we don't accept anything. A man that accepts anything will fall for anything. You know, we shouldn't accept anything. We should be able to say, well, that's his vision on it.
Right.
But we don't call that hip hop. But if he's rapping, he's rapping. We should be able to decipher what it is. So what's happening in hip hop is that it is moving around without a head. It's just a body. Still powerful,
Wow.
still strong.
Got you.
But it doesn't have a head. It's something that people can look to and say, you know, that's the vibe. It should be like that. You have people who might get into the industry and they've been there 4 or 5 years and they're telling people how to do hip hop. That's a
Gotcha.
problem.
Great.
You know, so for me, I think that you know, it's being misguided.
Got you. Great answer. You know, we're winding down here, but I do want to. One of the things that we are going to be doing on every show, and this is something that I was explaining to Isaiah, trying to break down to him the difference between an MC and a rapper. You know, KRS-One explains it best to me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat it. YouTube it, because I don't. You know, I'm gonna just mess it up.
Yeah.
But an MC can freestyle at the drop of a dime. Give us something.
Without a phone?
Wait.
Without an Apple phone?
Okay.
Okay. See, now he want to put the remix on it. Go ahead.
Let's set this up a notch.
Yeah,
Okay?
let's go. Let's talk about it.
How about we challenge this with a little bit of skill?
Okay.
So it's been said that, you know, hip hop artists today, rappers, they don't put much thought in their song. They basically make a song within, we say, an hour, and just put it on an album, just to, you know, fill up a track or EP, whatever.
Right.
So how about we put you to the same standards then?
Okay.
All we would do is this: we'll give you a beat. You've never heard it before.
Okay.
You can only hear it once.
Okay.
And you have to make a song within an hour. But here's the twist here. Your song has to be based on a list of titles I came up with. So you get to pick the title yourself.
Okay.
And you have to make a song, listen to the beat you've never heard before, within 1 hour, that has to fit the title. that
Wait,
you
did I
choose.
see this? It better not be no turtles.
No, Ninja Turtles song.
I'm not rapping about no turtles.
No tacos either.
No mama tacos.
No mama tacos or hair with hair.
Okay,
None
so
of that.
basically you just asked them what I did. That's still free.
That's still, it's kind of, but
All
he
right,
has
we
to-
gonna-
he has to complete a song within an hour.
All right, you got it.
All
We
right.
be.
You gotta make a rough cut. You can only hear the beat one time through.
Okay.
Once the one time through starts, your hour has started. But,
Well, just know I got rhymes older than you, so I probably got some songs
right.
locked in already. So when I hear the beat, you know.
all right.
simple.
Okay, you know what? And since because you, well, you know what? Yeah. Okay. Here's the titles right there. All right where it says under there. So it starts right there with
I see
Evaporating Dream.
turtles.
No, there's no turtles on it. There's no turtles on there.
All right.
Okay. Starts with Evaporating Dreams. Let's see. I'll read them out loud. Evaporating Dreams. Hip Hop Phantasm. Fetching Disaster. Frozen Hope. Invincible Future. Truthful Conundrum. And Formulaic Ascension.
Okay.
What are these X-Men movie sequels?
It sound like movies.
The titles that, if you're good, you can make a song.
If you asking if the doctor is
Hey.
All right, so I got an hour to do this.
Hour, but you got to pick a song title first. Which one did you like the most?
Okay,
well,
let's see.
you know what? You guys know when he rap it, which one he picked.
That's what we do.
How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Deal.
How about that?
Deal. So you are accepting this challenge, though.
Of course, why wouldn't
Man,
I?
true school, son. I'm not saying no
Classic.
Yeah, well,
Classic.
when we finish, it's gonna be true. So,
Thanks for watching, but
Thank you.
we will be back.
yeah.
Doc Ice in the studio,
Yeah. It's a
taking the
freestyle.
challenge.
Freestyle, we jump on it like a cheese
Freestyle
line.
or remix with these X-Men movie titles.
Yes. And,
Hey.
and Kung Fu.
Born Identity
Yeah.
sequel
Kung Fu
titles.
titles.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Listen.
All right, so it's only fair, I guess, that a challenge should be issued to me, the challenger.
Challengee.
I'm challengee. You're the challengee. I don't.
I'm
You know what?
the
We're not here for grammar. We're not here for grammar.
No, we're not. A little bit of grammar when we're writing, but not in this beef. We just what this is called is it's called friendly fire.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So I've been issued a challenge. I have to write a song about a burger with a hook and
one verse.
One verse.
That's it.
One verse.
Now, I don't want to put you on blast now. Okay, how many bars you gonna make your verse?
I don't know what bars are.
Oh man!
Is that 2 rounds together?
I'm glad the show is called Talk About It and not Sing About It. This is not fight about it.
I'm gonna tell you what I have. I have an 8-bar hook
8-bar hook,
with a 16-bar verse.
16-bar bars.
Okay.
All right.
And then we're gonna sit together and I'm gonna show you because you actually know it. You're not paying attention to your bars.
Okay.
So we're gonna lock the bars in, and
Lock
at the
them
end of this, Isaiah's gonna be a beast. He's already a beast because I already see it. I see the thoughts coming off the mind. So what I do is I'm like a trainer. He just don't know that I'm just training him to be some kind of beast later. So he's a host already, but now he's gonna be a lyrical beast.
All right. So you're
My young Padawan.
Yes.
So another 30 minutes, you're gonna get a song about a burger.
Yes.
Get ready.
And the song is gonna be so good, you're gonna want to run out and buy
A burger.
a burger.
I guess so.
That's
All
right.
right.
You see, because if you don't want to eat a burger after this song, he's a burger.
All right.
So the challenge is on. He got me on mine, and now he on his. So give us a minute. We'll be right back.
Listen.
This right here is dedicated to my man D Solo. Isaiah, you put me up for this. Premier ENT. We in the building, baby. Guys, talking about evaporating dreams. Those things we see in the hood that we want to get away from. Yeah, these streets, listen. Yeah, these streets. Pipe dreams. Yeah, let's talk about it. Dig it. Now I was born up in these streets, but I don't act like these streets. The outcome is all repeats. Mama's crying, losing sleep. I'ma put this on my life. I'm gonna get us out this mess. Find a good paying job and release us from the stress. But these times are super hard and it plays upon your mind. Put your back against the wall, just like that. You will find you're compromising what you know. Plus you got that gift of gab. You know these streets like your hand, cause it's all you really had. It's a trap revolving door. Yes, a slave type train, handcuffs are on your wrist and they're locked upon your brain, conditioned by the system. Please believe me, I ain't frontin'. As a man, I was taught, see something, say something, but trust me when I tell you, it's part of design. Some get caught selling drugs, selling guns, or they're behind. Now they're caught up in this life, selling drugs, learning schemes, thinking that's gonna get ahead. It's evaporating dreams. A house on the hill, 2 cars in the lot, a black credit card, a personal yacht. That's what my eyes see. It steadily beams, but it's just like steam. Evaporating dreams. A house on the hill, 2 cars in the lot, a black credit card, a personal yacht. That's what my eyes seems. It steadily beams, but it's just like steam. Evaporating dreams. Evaporating dreams.
That's what's up, Doc Ice.
Evaporating dreams.
True school up in here. We talk about it.
Game over.
That's it.
We in the building, baby.
Hey, hang it up. I know you my co-host.
A house on the hill, 2 cars and a lot, a black credit card, a personal yacht. That's what my eye sees. It steadily beams, but it's just like steam. Evaporating dreams out.
Yeah! Doc Ice. Teaching them.
You want to get another verse before we leave?
Nah, I'm going to get a little bit of it. Nah, I'm going to get it.
One love, y'all. DOC in the building. Ghetto baby. Bang! 2015. My man, Corey Feldman, we coming to do business. Everybody.
Listen.
Just have to go in here and just think quickly. All right. Well, we're really doing this.
Yes, we are. Stand back some, son, and let
All right.
it rip.
I don't. This is gonna be bad.
Let it rip. Let's hear it. You challenge Doc. Oh, so far that's sounding good, man. That's some Mozart stuff right there.
Hey, Doc got to hear the song completely one through. I've not heard it one through.
Well, you got the beat.
It doesn't mean I listen to it.
Okay, you just.
It's like y'all cheating. This is like some cheating stuff.
He just admitted.
No.
L, who did the beat. We gonna give you credit.
L did not do the beat.
Oh, who did the beat then?
Oh, man, Shaw, he didn't listen to your beat.
I've never heard your beat all the way through, but I did hear the song all the way through.
And Doc just blessed your beat.
All right.
You challenged the doctor.
My voice doesn't match this. You can't just be saying
my voice. Go ahead, man.
Did you do this to Doc? Was I in Doc voice?
No,
was I in Doc voice? Come on.
We teaching the youngin. We teaching the youngin, man.
All right. I can't even think of a burger if you keep talking.
All right, go
got a hamburger over here.
Let's see what you got.
All right.
Let's hear it.
All right. Pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes. Hold on. All right.
You know this is our pilot episode, right?
I gotta get something going in the brain. Gosh, you didn't even give me time to think. Wait, here we go. It's coming. Burger. Gotta think of something. It's gonna come real slow. Hold on. Stop. Drop. Wait. Flip the patties over. Re-up in the kitchen. Cooking as we flip them over. Long time supporter. The all-time eater. Mother used to be up in the grill using a heater just to fry the patties right, just to get the patties good. She used to use the seasoning that always tasted good. I used to do it myself. It came out like something else. We call them mustard sandwiches now. Ask yourself, what do you really want? A chef or a god? I hope you pick God. This song just changed. Oh my God.
Okay.
I can't.
We're gonna freestyle on this. I'm gonna drop
I don't want to freestyle. Why we keep freestyle?
No, because that's true school. Let's get this
freestyle.
One freestyle? I can't freestyle.
Yes, you can. You can do it. You can
just
do
don't
it.
know it.
Cause see, what I did is because I'm a jukebox. Like I said, I hear the track and different rhythms come to my head. So I'm gonna tell you what
I gotta hear her say a few things, and something has to stick in my head, and I can feel.
Yeah. Check it out.
True school, baby.
I'm gonna flip this up a little bit, y'all ready?
Classic, man. We decided about this.
Dig it. Sipping Henny Rock with an iced out rollie on my wrist in my Benzie drop. You can see them carrots when I twist, juicing whiz and doc. On a Macmo mission for this paper vision. We came from scrambling, gambling, handling big decisions. We learn to Mac like you do. We learn to stack like you do. After all, we taught you how to Mac like you do. Now we gatering shoes and we catering cruise, and it's plenty of booze and a room for you to snooze. Nothing but dive sacks when I roll cause I'm platinum. Never had a dime, now I got a stack, son. On the road every day, getting late at City Bar, get my lap done. Steady roll fun, hit it once come, prep it up, get it right, get it spun, son. Happy ball, sunny burn, steady clearly. Now mess around, let me see if y'all hear me nasty, naked, nasty, and naked, we nasty, and naked, we nasty, and naked. Now check it out. You wanna step to a brother like me full of bill, where these brothers practice skill. DOC for the slug in me, with a brother with that ill grill. Got no time for bull skipping, all about just making cheese. NYC, ATL, California, overseas. I rap in a stack cheese with a pen and a pad and a bag and a beat. Messing with that Hennessy, bringing me down to my knees. Brothers staying old like leaves. Not me, I'm seeing G's. Not gonna let this industry get the best of me, please. Rolling never L as I make they heads swell. I'm not LL Cool J, but I rock your freaking bells. We dropping platinum sales at a T-bar near you. When the ones that's in your town come out and represent too. What's your brother's point of view? Bringing chicks out just for you. Coming through drop top, never let a cop stop. And with a pop out with this too. Shout out to my old crew, EMD can't go, and my DJ too. Mixmaster Ice be the master of the slice in Ohio. Kid, we coming through. You know how a brother do on the road. I'm done. I won't say no more. I'll finish with it.
Hold on. Let's go. All right. I got it. It might not work, but here we go. All right. My life's a big adventure, a tall tale. I'm keeping my. Whoa, what the? Stop the camera. You're tampering. You're tampering.
Okay, go ahead.
Over. No, I was in the zone and I lost it. I lost it.
Here we go.
I can't do it.
Set it up. MC can always get it back. But you must be a rapper.
You got bad vibes.
You must be a rapper.
A Hawaiian side is offended by you. Here we go. I had something and then you just totally threw me off. The beat's only 3 minutes.
All right, it's only 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, here we go. 3 minutes. All right, he's wearing black. He's wearing blue. I don't know what to say, so I guess I gotta be true. Look around the room, name something that looks nice, like a man outside with his phone. I guess that's right. Oh, I must look nice. Oh, I guess they call me so many things. I feel like I ain't got nothing on my mind but some other things. I changed the beat like once again, but I'll just keep on going fast because what I'm saying don't make any type of crazy sense. I just ran out of air. I need someone to come and spare me from this committee. Suicide right here on the air. I got Dyke Ice next to me, and he just like wrapped around me. I don't know what you wanna call it. I guess you call it MCing, being true. Wait a minute, call it classic, cause we decided that we would be the ones here to blast it.
Check it out, y'all. Back when we told you bite it, by the force of the God that was guided. From my hand to the pen, to the paper, to the beat, then Doc Ice ignited. We dropped them plenty jewels and left them many tools. Y'all still stuck on them corners, smoking and burning cools. We live to love this. You'd love to live this. In the FIFA 17 Hollow World before y'all knew this business. Now plenty bits and pieces took him from out my thesis. Word to my nephews and nieces, gonna be some pay increases. We bout these papers now. To the bite down on my grit, don't call me less. You got that dough, cause I don't wanna hear spit. P to the I-O, N-E-R-D-O-C, O-G till I-D-I-E with the R-E-S-P-E-C-T, for laying firm ground, opening mad doors. I'm trying to feed mines, I help you feed yours. That's why we need shows, that's why we need tours, that's why we need shows, that's why we need.
Where's your off switch? Can we turn that off?
Off it.
Can we turn that off?
Okay, thanks for jump. Thanks, Doc Ice. Even taking the challenge.
Even when you close my refrigerator, the light's still on.
Thanks for taking the challenge. This is Isaiah, D Solo, Doc Ice. Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Hip hop lives.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Talk about it. You bounce if your spot's crowded.
So, we just finished our first episode with the one and only Doc Ice. What did you learn, my young Padawan? You had the doctor come in today.
By we, you mean the royal we? We all just finished it together.
Well, okay. We just
all of
finished.
us.
Okay, so what, as a new school, what did you learn, my young Padawan?
All right, first thing, True School's not a good name. You should change that. Number one thing I learned.
Here we go.
We should go with classic, actually. I love that. Old school used to be negative term, learned that. So, yeah, definitely, again, From now on, classic over here. So Doc Ice, classic hip hop. Thank you again, Doc Ice, for coming. If I didn't say it before, I'm saying it now. Now it counts. I learned actually a lot of things that, old school hip hop artists, although some are better, some aren't actually.
You said old school.
Oh, darn it, I said it, didn't I? Oh boy. So this is going to be a transition. If you say true school, I say old school. So
And
classic.
then there's classic. Okay,
So
classic.
we'll try to stick with classic. Try to keep putting each other. Classic. Like Coke.
The drinking kind. Not the
cola.
Not the White Line, Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5, shout out. Not that they did it, they made a song about Coke called White Line. Anyway, that's history lesson for you.
Oh, did you not read his book?
Which one?
Grandmaster Flash's book. About his autobiography.
Oh yeah, I read it, yeah.
All right, so
by the time this series is finished, which we're gonna be on for hopefully a while, you, my man Isaiah, will no longer be new school. He will be classic. I don't know what that would make me.
Maybe you should learn some new school things. Like, what did you learn from all this?
I learned that you are fascinated with the Ninja Turtle rap.
They have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh.
You have to edit
Tune
that
in
out.
for the behind the scene footage. And on our next episode, we're going to explore more in the hip hop culture with the artistic side, meaning illustration and art, graffiti, with the one and only A.L. Dre. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And a special surprise that you didn't know about. I'm telling you now. Doc Ice will be part of the show when he's not busy to tutor in school new school artists that are coming up in the game. The way he did you with your hamburger rap.
So he's going to tutor me, or
well, new school artists are coming up that they need to see the doctor. Just consider Doc Ice the Dr. Oz of hip hop, and talk about it.
Talk about it.
Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking to you. Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking to you. Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking to you. Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking.